Let's look at problem 4. The fraction 2 plus square root of 2 divided by 1 plus square root of 2 can be simplified to the options that are given. You know what to do. Pause the video and try it by yourself first, and then we'll look at it together. Okay, so how do you go about a problem like this? Have any ideas? Let's look at what is it about this problem that is making it difficult for us here. They're asking us to simplify a fraction, and the reason this is hard is because of this thing right here and this thing right here, but mostly this thing right here, square root of 2. How can you simplify square root of 2? With 1. What can we do here? Now, this is one of those things that if you've done it before, something similar, you might know exactly what to do. But if you haven't, you might just be stuck on this problem indefinitely. Let me show you something. So we have this expression here. What we need to do at this point is to simplify this fraction, or rather do something with this fraction so that we can get rid of this square root of 2 part. How can we do that? How can we get rid of that? Well, one way, of course, is if you multiply this thing by something that looks very much like it, but is slightly different, 1 minus square root of 2. Let's see what we get then. This, of course, would be 1 multiplied by 1. That's just 1. And then we have minus square root of 2. And then we have plus square root of 2. Conveniently, these two cancel each other out. And then we have minus square root of 2 times, or rather, square root of 2 times minus square root of 2. That will be minus 2. Right? There we go. And what do we get from this? Well, these two things cancel each other out. We get negative 1 from this. Now, this is exactly what we want. So how can we do this without messing up the fraction and making it a different value? Because we got to make sure that the fraction, numerator, denominator, both are, handled with in such a way that the value of the actual fraction doesn't actually change. Well, in that case, we can just multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same number, right? That's valid. So what we can do at this point, we can do 2 plus square root of 2. And then this. And then we can just multiply both top and bottom by this value here. Let's see what we get if we do that. So the bottom one, of course, we figured out already. That's going to be negative 1. And then the top one, what is that going to be? Well, it's going to be 2 minus square root of 2. And then we have, that's wrong. 2 square root of 2. And then we have plus square root of 2. And then we have minus 2. And that is going to be, 2 and then minus 2, that's 0, right? So what do we have here? So we have minus 2 square root of 2 plus square root of 2. So that's minus square root of 2 minus square root of 2. And then we got a negative here as well. Negative, negative, that makes a positive in this case. So in this case, it would just be square root of 2. That's what you get simplified, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you would have, if that is what you would have thought that it would be. But it is. It's C, square root of 2.